Hello everyone, welcome back to another unboxing video, and this one is going to be of the Mortal Kombat 11 Sub-Zero. And as you can see, this is by Mcfarlane, which, I know the glare is pretty bad, but if you can see, they're actually using the Mortal Kombat 9 logo, but this is the Mortal Kombat 11 version of the character. This is him with all the gear and all that stuff, and it looks really cool from what I see. It says it has 22 moving parts. Like I said, it's from Mcfarlane Toys. And yeah, he doesn't come with a whole lot of accessories, but I mean, he's a fighter, so I guess the best accessory he can have is his own two hands. So yeah, I know that's corny, but let's go ahead and get to unboxing it and see how this guy really is. So a backstory on McFarlane. Wow, there's no. That was pointless. But I guess a backstory on McFarlane Toys, at least my personal experience with McFarlane Toys. Oh, okay, there is a thing. I used to collect McFarlane toys, but I remember when I was very little, I used to get I got the the Alien vs Predator. I think it was the Scarface Predator. That was about the only one I got, but it was back when the AVP movie came out, so I was like, really, and I really like Predator and all that stuff, so I really wanted that Predator. But really, the from where I know McFarlane most is from their Halo line. I actually started with Halo Reach. Alright, let's just go and get this out. And here's the stand, so I guess to help him stand better. But yeah, I actually collected them when they made Halo Reach figures. I even went back and collected some of the Halo 3 stuff because I really wanted the Arbiter. And then I collect a lot of their, at least most of their Halo 4 stuff and like a couple of their Halo 5 things. But that was practically when their line was basically dead or dying and just, but yeah, hold up. Let me see if I can get this out. I'll be right back. Alright, and here he is outside of the package. And as you can see, it's a pretty cool representation of what you see in the video game, if you play the video game. And right off the back, so I was able to, as I took him out, I was able to figure out some of the articulation. So it seems like he just has a single ball joint on his neck, which not really great. I get why they did it because it doesn't break up the sculpt, but honestly, with the shoulder blades covering it and even the way the mask is almost sculpted, they could have gotten away with putting a ball joint there, but nevertheless, he has a ball joint on his neck. The only thing I don't like about it is just when you lift it up, it kind of looks like that. It doesn't really look very good, but he has he has a, what do you call it? A hinge joint on his arm right there on his shoulder. He has I want to say a bicep rotation, but I think it might be glued. Yeah, there we go. Bicep rotation. He has a double jointed hinge. He has a ball hinge joint on his arm, so you can kind of get him, moving around, all that stuff. It's basically kind of what you expect from McFarlane. I think the ball jointed, or the double jointed hinge like what do you call it? Elbows are, they're different. I don't remember those from the Halo, but stuff like the ball hinge, that's definitely from their old Halo line. I mean, I remember all this from the Halo line, and the reason why I stopped is because, for one thing, I didn't like how they handled their Halo 5 line. I know they were losing the rights, but just the way they were just kind of, it just seemed like they didn't care. It just seemed like they're kind of just making the figures because they had to, and I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of that, but it's whatever. I mean, I haven't gotten a McFarlane figure in a long time since then because I just, a lot of the lines that they have. I'm not really I'm not really that into, like, they had Borderlands and whatnot. Like, Borderlands, I'm sure, is a cool game. I just never got into it, uh, and so I just never really had the need to pick up their figures. But ever since I saw that they releasing these guys, I kind of figured, all right, well, maybe I'll dabble back. And I saw him at my Think Geek store, which again is the sister company to GameStop, I believe. And having him in hand, I think it looks cool. The detail is tremendous. Like, just looking at the pants right here, like, it just gives that feeling of texture, that just an amazing illusion of texture. I actually do like how it looks very like a knot. It looks like real fabric almost. There's some issues, QC issues, like the paint and whatnot. And I don't know if you can tell, but the eyes, he's cross-eyed, which is weird. But from afar, you probably wouldn't even notice at all. His feet, as I remember from the Halo line, his feet are small, which I guess is realistic to the character, or like at least accurate to the model. But just on here, he's a little hard to stand, so you will need that stand that he comes with. But what also makes it hard is the way they did the hinge joints for the pelvic region or whatever you call it. So they can spread like that, so you can have a great spread, but you try to close them together, and you think that that looks like a decent stance, but you try to get him, and his I guess for some reason because of how loose it is, it just kind of spreads on its own, and he's also very hard to stand. It makes it a little hard to stand. Also, again, the feet thing doesn't help, so you kind of have to make him look a little, like he's leaning forward a little bit, which is a shame. But you get him in the right spot, and he can stand on his own, and he can look good while doing it. Uh, Jeez, he's being stubborn now. All right. Yeah, like I said, it's a little bit annoying, but he does, like I said, he does come with a few accessories. He comes with his dual axes, that he has in the game. This is, when you can these are one of the many weapons you can bring out when you perform the combos. I remember because I actually played Mortal Kombat 11 a lot when it first came out. I haven't picked up in a while. I really should. It's just like stuff like school and even other games that I'm playing. But I remember I really liked Mortal Kombat 11, even with all the controversies that it got. I still really enjoyed the game, and I think this is a cool version of Sub Zero, and these are cool. I think for the toy, these are cool accessories to have. But the only problem is that they're made out of that how do you say, the soft plastic, and while that's good, to help it these things not break. The way they were positioned in the box, they were just warped. Like, right out the box they were warped because they were just positioned terribly in the packaging. But with some heat, you could probably straighten them out. The Another accessory that I think is pretty cool is that he comes with an ice skull, which I believe he brings out in his intro. And the cool thing is that it has a little eyeball popping out and everything. And I think you can just like where it looks like there's like no like no I don't know what you call these, but like the things sticking out of the spine. You could just put that right there, and it's a little bit tough because his hands are in a they're a tight grip, which is good for if you get something in there, you can leave it in there. But yeah, why is this being a butt? I just put it in earlier, and it did it just fine. All right, there we go. Yep, like I said, this is a lot of this just bring back memories from when I bought Mcfarlane Halo stuff. I remember it kind of did the same thing. But yeah, here we go. And so you can like have him holding it out like as if he's like showing, I don't know, Sub Zero or Scorpion, I mean, or something like that. But yeah, so it's a pretty cool figure. I'm definitely want to get the Scorpion one. I think that's mainly why I got this guy. But yeah, so that's about it. Thank y'all for watching. And if y'all want to see pictures of this guy or any of my other art sculptures or anything like that, you can follow me on my Instagram page, Giovanni Arts and Collectibles. I'll try to have the pictures of these guys like as soon as I post the videos. And other than that, I think that's about it. So I guess final thoughts is he's cool. It's Mcfarlane. If you like Mcfarlane stuff, I still think I like NECA. In terms of the affordable, collectible stuff, I think I still kind of like NECA more. But Mcfarlane, I mean, they've never been bad. They've always been a good company. And so yeah, if you like Mcfarlane stuff a lot, and if you like Mortal Kombat, this is definitely worth it. I think he's about $22. And so yeah, I think that's about it. So thank y'all for watching.